challenge those thoughts, sis. You ain't always right. You are not always right, okay? I'm your good Judy. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you the truth, okay? And I expect you to do the same with me, all right? Next thought. All right, y'all, what's good, and what's good? I am your girl, Arsha, and over here on this channel, we are building all things confidence, whether it's spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, fashionably, baby, all the leads, okay? All the leads, okay? But today, we are talking about... My dogs are about to start barking. Hold on, y'all. All right, so today we are talking about how to stop overthinking, okay? And your girl is definitely guilty of overthinking. Before we jump into this video, let me let you guys know I am not an expert. I am just at a season in my life where the confidence that I had before is not going to get me where I need to go, okay? So this new season that I am in, y'all, I am blessed to be in this season, but God says as you elevate, so does everything else, okay? Well, God didn't say that. But as you elevate, so should everything else. So if that is something that you are interested in or something that you feel like you need to build, baby, hit subscribe. Like, what you waiting for? It's free. It ain't gonna cost you nothing. And then you will know when I upload every Friday. I'm going to try to start uploading on Mondays, but I'm not going to promise y'all because my ADHD will be ADHDing, okay? So for today, y'all, today's topic, we are talking about overthinking. Yes, your girl, I used to be a victim of overthinking, but I'm going to tell y'all about how I manage overthinking and how I keep myself from overthinking. Listen, I have had issues with overthinking, and I'm pretty sure some of you right now are overthinking a situation or something that is going on in your life. You're overthinking it, right? So let me help you. The first thing that you have to do is to acknowledge that you are overthinking. I like to say you have to think about what you are thinking about, you know? So sometimes our mind can play tricks on us. A lot of times we can think something that's not really true, and then we start to create this story, and somewhere in our mind, child, it it starts to make sense, and half of the time it's not even true, okay? Really have to acknowledge your overthinking. You have to acknowledge that what you're thinking may or may not be correct. When you are trying to acknowledge your overthinking, I want you to pay attention to the things that you constantly think about. Pay attention to the things that you are dwelling on. Like, pay close attention to the things that you're telling yourself. And I also want to say, and this is going to come up in a lot of the steps, but be honest with yourself. At no point in your life can you get past something if you're not truly honest with yourself. That's first and foremost, okay? Like, in all things, confidence, you have to be honest with yourself. Pay attention to the things that you're telling yourself. Pay attention to the thoughts that are happening. Pay attention to the things that you are dwelling on, okay? That will help you understand your level of overthinking and what exactly you're overthinking about. And in order to truly identify your area of overthinking or how much you're overthinking, you're going to have to acknowledge it, and that is the only way you'll really like gain control. So paying attention looks like a thought pops up and it's like, okay, sit with that thought. Don't just think about the negative aspect of that thought, also think about the positive. That way you're not creating a conclusion or a story just based on negative. So a lot of times when we're overthinking, it will kind of push us to the negative. So I want you to think about what you're thinking about, and then if you're going to create a story or a scenario, or if you're going to build on that thought, build it full circle. Not just what could go wrong negatively, but what could also go right. You know, how can it go right for me? So acknowledge your thoughts, be with that thought, think about it full circle, and then come back to it. So that is the first step. All right, so the next thing I would like for you to think about when you are overthinking is being mindful, okay? Practicing mindfulness. And that kind of looks different for everybody. For me, being mindful is just getting still, getting quiet, getting to a place where I can hear myself think. And that also like includes cutting out social media. Like I have to turn that off because it's so noisy. It's so much noise. It's so much that my mind is consuming to where my mind is already going 1,000 miles per hour, but just adding more makes it go a million miles per hour. So practicing mindfulness, and that is just getting quiet, getting still, learning how to just be in that very moment. For some, it is very hard because you don't know how to turn your mind off. And it's going to take some practice. Not something that can just happen overnight. You have to practice mindfulness, okay? And for me, that is putting on like a meditation music via YouTube, and just getting still, getting quiet, getting calm, quieting all the outside noise, and just listening to myself, my thoughts, and the things that I would like to think, okay? So, and as you get quiet, things that you don't normally hear, you will hear. I take deep, slow breaths. And right now I can hear the crickets outside. I can hear my ceiling fan, the rhythm of my ceiling fan. I can just like hear a lot of white noises. And as you do this throughout the day, it sends your body in a very calming state. And at this very moment, I'm not even thinking about any worries of the world. I'm not thinking about anything but just right now, right here, this moment. Y'all, doing that throughout the day, honey, will have you on cloud nine. So honestly, if you notice how I was before I did the mindfulness, how I am now, I'm a lot calmer. My mind is at ease. I can clearly hear myself think. I don't feel overwhelmed about recording this video. And although I am finished with my mindfulness activity, my mind is still at ease, okay? So try doing that 2 to 3 times a day, just getting still, getting quiet, and being in that very moment. Honey, baby, I'm ready to just turn this doggone camera off, okay? But I got some more to tell y'all. All right, so next thing I want you guys to do is to challenge your thoughts. Challenge those very thoughts that you are having. So when things pop up in my mind, I've always been a full circle type of person. I don't automatically go with the negative, or I don't automatically go with the obvious. I try to think of things. When I say full circle, I mean not just from my perspective, but from the perspective of others. So say for an example, and I use this with my kids all the time, you know, the way our thoughts, and our thoughts are really based on experiences, like past experiences or childhood experiences. Our thoughts are really based on our life experiences. So say I'm walking down the street. Me personally, I smile, I say hey to everybody or whatever. I like to compliment people. That's just who I am. So say I'm walking down the street and I speak to someone and they don't speak back. Well, you know, the typical person would be like, oh, that's rude. Like, I spoke to her and she didn't even speak to me. But in my head, it's just like, dang, she could have had headphones in, you know, or maybe she didn't hear me, or maybe I wasn't loud enough, you know. I don't automatically assume the negative, like, who she thinks she is? I know she heard me. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's just like oh, well, maybe she didn't hear me. You know what I'm saying? Or like I said, maybe she had headphones in. So challenge your thoughts. Just because you are thinking it does not make it 100%. Okay? Just because you are thinking it does not make it 100%. Challenge those thoughts, sis. You ain't always right. You are not always right. Okay? I'm your good Judy. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you the truth. Okay? And I expect you to do the same with me. All right? Next thought. Take action. Next way to overcome overthinking is to either take action or take a seat. That's just it. You can just worry yourself overthinking, but what does it do? Honestly, like, what does it do? You either gonna take action or you're gonna take a seat. And that's just self-explanatory. So I'm not gonna go into further detail because you already know what that means. You either gonna piss or get off the pot. That's what my mama used to say. Piss or get off the pot. Ain't no sense of you worrying about it. Ain't no sense of you worried about it. Either you're going to take action or you're going to take a seat. Okay? Either you're going to pray about it and give it to God, or you're going to continue to worry about it. Worrying. What is it going to do for you? No, I'm asking. That's a question for you. Tell me. What is worrying going to do for you? Oh, yeah. I didn't think so. You don't have an answer. I know. Worrying ain't gonna do nothing for you but make it worse. Cheers to the freaking weekend. I know this video was kind of short, but I just wanted, like, it don't take all that. It does not take all that for me to tell you how to overcome thinking. It's really more action than it is lessons. It's really more actions than it is talking. You just have to do it. You just have to make up your mind. You are going to do it. Piss or get off the pot. That's it. So I am hoping that this video helps you in some kind of way. And remember, I am not coming from a place of knowing. I'm coming from a place of growing. Right now, like I told y'all, I'm in a new season. I'm in a different season of my life. And the confidence that I had last month, last year, is not going to be the confidence that's going to take me into my next level. So again, if you would like to jump on this journey and build your confidence with me, baby, let's go. I'm not coming to you from a place of being the expert. I'm coming to you from the place of experience. All right. So again, I'm your girl Arsha, and over here we are building all things confidence. All right. I want you to drop down in the comments and tell me an area of your life that you can build confidence. And just because you lack confidence in one area does not necessarily mean you don't have confidence. Okay. There are different areas in your life where you can build confidence. You can have confidence in one area but be working on another. Okay. So again, I'm your girl Arsha, and over here we're building all things confident. Love you. Why? Okay. What time is it? Okay, it's 12:40. Ma'am, you got 15 minutes to get this together. Take 999. All right?